Hello everyone and welcome to another Elliott Wave Forecast technical video a day. Today is Wednesday, December 12th, around 10 p.m. Eastern. Guys, it looks like I mean, the market is bullish. We just finished doing the update and we trying to make the logic between the dollar, behind the dollar, better say, and this is the best that we came out today in the indices and in the metals. In other words, the whole indices like S&P, DAX, UK, still the cycle from November 16 is in place and alive. That the closing today in the S&P, and we're gonna cover it later on, kind of went very strong, but it still has no break the trend from November 16. Now, the dollar, I mean, uh, the chart that you guys are seeing here, that's the US dollar and the EBEX. As you guys know, we use the EBEX a lot to correlate with the dollar. And if you guys see the reaction right there in the EBEX right here, I mean, the reaction in the EBEX right here in black, it was very weak to the downside and react very strong. Uh, Now, that's telling me one thing right there. That's telling me that most likely what you guys see in red, that's the euro. And that's telling me that, like we've been saying to you guys, we were expecting an extension lower because a market correlation and Cooper and the S&P, but it looks like that the market is gonna go for what it looks to be most likely a double correction. In other words, that the market finish in the case of the euro this cycle, like we've been telling you guys, and then the same cycle on the EBEX right here. Now, this market, I want you guys to understand. You see that market right there, I want you guys to understand. This is a very tough market. If you guys don't get it, this is a very, very, very tough market to be forecast in the case of the dollar. At least we know that the trend in 1 hour is still out. At least we know that the dollar is not a buy. And we've been telling you guys not to buy the US dollar. But it's a very tough market when it comes to the US dollar. This market has been between 120, 131 and 128 for the last 3 months, up and downs, up and downs. And that drive, guys, honestly, that can drive everyone crazy. At least we've been fortunate enough to be able to cash the 1 hour trend in the right side. And that's all we need. That's all we need. And like I told you guys over the whole week, the euro didn't make 5 weeks down. Consequently, it was pretty hard to be a seller. I told you guys that we didn't feel comfortable with the sale in the euro due to the fact that the euro didn't make right there a 5 weeks down. Now, what can happen right there? It's very simple, guys. This is this. I won't be surprised. Honestly, I won't be surprised tomorrow to see that the euro drop. I won't be it. But well, we won't call it like that. We're gonna keep pushing the extension higher. And what I mean with that is very simple. If you look at the euro here on the red, he get back to guess what? To the 50% back of that cycle. And that's a bullish retracement right there. Now, the move looks impulsive. Like we told you last night, we didn't feel comfortable because it looks too extended. And then, consequently, right now, we believe that it's possible that another extension higher in the euro take place. Now, to make things even more complex, I'm gonna show you now that you guys know what we can be possible be looking at, which is another extension to complete then 3 weeks right here in red from the lows, that's in a scenario. And guess what? If it does that, the euro now can drop again after another marginal new high about last week high. And I mean, and like I say, this can be sideways for a while. Remember also, it is December. It is December when the value drop after the second week of December, and the move get exaggerated at the end of December most of the time. So this can be a tough market, to be honest with you guys, for the rest of the month. I mean, so that's what we're getting. Honestly, that's what we're getting. Uh, that's what we're getting from the EBEX and comparing to the dollar. Now I'm gonna put the EBEX right here in the 4 hour, so you guys know where we're coming from right here. Look, this is the EBEX in the 4 hour. What I'm saying is that you see this move right here, it can go here, and from there, as far as the 4 hour trend is still lower, it can do this. Correct here and higher, or steer right here to the downside. Look at this contraction, guys. I want you guys to understand how hard it is to forecast this. That's pretty tough. Pretty tough. I mean, that's pretty tough. And put it this way, the 4 hour steer is lower looking here, and this is all sideways. This is a sideways move. Sideways move. Very tough. But the worst thing is that if you put the dollar, guess what you get? The same sideways move. Same here, look. You see? An extension. Now the dollar, if you look at here, it can do something like this. It can go here, and from here, the dollar easily can even rally over here, or the dollar can put back and continue lower. That's the market we got, guys. We got a market when it comes to the dollar and the EBEX, a market with no trend. And a market that, like I tell you guys, follow the 1 hour trend. The 4 hour, we know that the 4 hour is bearish. We know that. Follow the 1 hour, and whenever we change the 1 hour to sell, you sell. If the 1 hour read buy, you don't even try to sell. All right? Because the daily is higher. So I know, like I say, avoid the dollar, avoid the EBEX. But the best things that we can see and we can understand is that maybe either it's gonna make an extension from here, ABC, ABC, or from there it's gonna make 3 backs and higher, or the move to the downside. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I mean, that's why last night I told you guys, and I remember like this today, that there is no difference between this correction and this correction. All right? So let's see if this market, let's see if this market, let's see if this market is gonna allow us, and it's gonna break the trend of the, and it's gonna break the trend of September 14. But for now, honestly, what we see in the market is a sideways. It's a sideways market. And look, the 1 hour is ruling saying this day. This is the ruling day in the 1 hour, which is November 16. And all the market has done and there is extensions. You see, extension to the outside, lower looking at extension. You cannot sell this market. You cannot buy the euro. You cannot do anything like that because you are in the wrong side of the market. I mean, until the 1 hour doesn't change, you gotta keep buying the dip. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. All right. Now the dollar in the 4 hour, like I say, it can do this. The dollar in the 4 hour, like I say, it can do this. It can go this way and put back to here and lower or little higher. There is no extension here, guys. I want you guys to understand that there is no extension here. And consequently, it's very hard. Like I say, the US dollar trend in the 1 hour is lower. That's why you cannot sell it. Don't you guys see that every time that they try to rally the dollar, boom, they sell it back. Every time that they try to rally the dollar, they sell it back. And that's something that you guys need to understand, that when the market is bullish, guys, it cannot be sold. Unfortunately, when the market is bullish, you guys cannot be selling it. And because it cannot be sold, you guys cannot do that. And we've been saying, guys, the daily trend is out in the risk. The daily trend is down in the dollar. The 1 hour is down. Until the 1 hour is down in the dollar, you guys cannot buy the dollar, please, because you guys can get in the wrong side. I would rather miss the move. I'm no long euro. I would rather miss it than being in the wrong side. And I want all you guys to have the same mentality right there when it comes to trading. Now, let's keep going here. Now, I'm going to show you here Cooper. Cooper, like I say, Cooper is showing an impulse. This is an impulse, which either is going to get another extension like we mentioned today, or Cooper is down. But the thing is that I see this move in Cooper, honestly, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and down, and then Cooper is going to drop. And it doesn't matter, because if the dollar here is going to end this move, another scenario is that this was a flat B way, even though I don't see 5 ways, and a C way extension. And then, I mean, the Cooper trade is telling me right here that sooner or later it's going to be an opportunity to go long risk. Cooper trader is telling me that we don't need to rush and chase the market. Do not chase this dollar winnings. It should be a pullback. But that's why you got to let the market run sometimes until you get a definition of the count in some degrees. At this stage, I mean, like I say, I mean, the euro, it comes pretty close to broke last week high. The euro and the dollar can break that low from last week, and then it's gonna be a 3-way move from the lows on November 16, and after 3 ways should be a pullback. That's what I say, guys. Don't chase the market. Don't chase the dollar. Look at the gold. Look at silver. Look at Aussie. Those trades that we've been proposing to you guys, boom, everyone is on the money. Everyone is on the money. Why? Because that's a much clear structure. You cannot chase what is not clear. Now, finally, also, I'm going to talk about right here the S&P 500. S&P 500, in our opinion, is showing what it looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swing. This reaction here, it is very strong on the closing. Let's see if it can get tomorrow some sort of extension, and then can call this cycle ended. Now look at the dollar from that cycle. Look, it's the same day. Now maybe the dollar, I mean the S&P, maybe the dollar either ended here, because I won't be surprised neither, guys, to see this tomorrow. I won't be surprised to see that tomorrow neither. This is crazy in the dollar, and that's why I've been telling you guys to stay away out of the dollar. That's crazy. And all the dollar is gonna do this, and then when the S&P do this, then the dollar is gonna do the biggest pullback before going low. Now, what is clear here is one thing, that the S&P trend in the 1 hour is to the outside. Another thing that is clear is that, I mean, uh, another thing that is clear is that the dollar downtrend in the 1 hour is to the downside. So my advice, concentrate in the closest, euro pound, euro Aussie, pound Swiss, concentrate gold, silver, concentrate in the metal, even though the metal should be ending a cycle according to the 7 swing in uh, in the Aussie dollar, which by the way we finished and we got a hit our target today. Concentrate in those pairs. Leave the dollar outside until the dollar clarify. The euro won't jump to 140 from here. There's gonna be a moment that the 1 hour and the 4 hours is gonna stay together, and that's the moment that we're gonna ride. So for tomorrow, to be honest with you guys, it can be another surprise. Today, we knew yesterday that something was wrong with the dollar because the correction wasn't a typical correction. It passed the 1.236. We knew at that moment that something was wrong. Now, for tomorrow, let's see if at least if looking at the US dollar 1 hour chart right here, let's see if the dollar can finish at least this cycle. If it makes 5 ways, so far it's 3. If it makes 5 ways here, I tend to believe that 3 ways back here is a sell because it's a 5 way, and because the first leg right here, it was what it looks to be a 7 swing. Now, let's say and stay away at least until tomorrow from the dollars to see if it finish this structure. After, we should get a much clearer structure of what the market intention are right there. For the indices, we see an overextended move in the world indices, the UK, the DAX, the S&P, the Dow Jones, and chasing those indices at this stage to the outside is very risky. We are expecting a pullback in the indices at any moment, and until then, you guys need to wait because buying the indices at this stage is risky, but selling is even more risky. So you gotta wait for the pullback to get long in those indices as of right now, and the dollars on the side. So concentrate in silver, gold, concentrate in Aussie, all those metals, and the closest, and you guys are gonna be in good shape. All right. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.